Have you ever felt like no matter how much you give, it's never enough? Like you're running a race no one told you that they signed you up for? Chris knew that feeling all too well. But what happens when you stop chasing and start choosing yourself? Chris stood on the porch of his farmhouse, looking out at the open fields. The morning sun spilled across the land like honey, warm and golden. But Chris didn't feel it. Not really. Not the way he used to. The land was quiet, peaceful, but inside his mind buzzed like an old radio stuck between stations. From the outside, things looked great. He had a solid job managing the local co-op. Lisa, his girlfriend, was supportive, kind, and grounded. His friends Conrad and Dennis were always around, always chasing something better. Better land, bigger trucks, more followers on their farming YouTube channels. And Chris just tried to keep up. He didn't really care about all that, not deep down. But when Conrad bought a new truck, Chris felt the itch. When Dennis posted another picture of his perfect family picnic, Chris's smile cracked just a little. Lisa noticed. One evening, as they sat on the back steps, she asked gently, "Do you even know what you want anymore?" Chris blinked. I want us to be happy." "No," she said softly. "That's my happiness. What about yours?" The next day, Marcy came to town. She was an old classmate, left years ago, moved to the city, became a therapist. Now she was back to speak at a wellness event at the community center. Chris hadn't seen her since high school. She was still sharp, still had that calm energy about her, like she saw through the noise. They caught up over coffee, and Chris found himself opening up more than he expected. "I just feel like I'm falling behind," he confessed. "Behind what?" she asked. He hesitated. "Everyone. Everything. Like, there's this scoreboard, you know? Money, respect, attention. I'm not winning." Marcy smiled gently. "There is no scoreboard. That's the trap. That's the game." That night, Chris sat in his truck, parked by the lake. He thought about all the times he said yes when he wanted to say no. All the times he posted something just to get likes. All the weekends he spent helping Dennis or Conrad with their goals, while his own dreams sat untouched in a dusty notebook. He remembered how much he used to love photography, how he once thought about opening a nature trail with guided meditations. But those things didn't get you praise in a town like this, so he buried them. Until now. Over the next few weeks, Chris started changing small things. He stopped responding right away to every favor asked. He said no to hosting yet another cookout. He took mornings to walk the trails behind his house with his camera, capturing light slipping through the trees. Conrad and Dennis noticed. "You good, man?" Dennis asked. "Just figuring some stuff out," Chris replied. Lisa, watching quietly, saw something shift in him. Less noise, more depth. But not everyone was happy about the new Chris. "You've changed," Conrad told him one night. "Yeah," Chris nodded. "I'm starting to like myself." One Saturday, Chris launched a small photo blog. Just nature photos and short reflections. No ads, no hype, just honesty. He expected nothing. But emails came in. "I needed this today," one woman wrote. "Your photos calm my anxiety," said another. It wasn't a flood of validation, but something more real resonated. Chris still lives in that quiet farmhouse. He still sees Dennis and Conrad, but now with clearer boundaries. He and Lisa are closer than ever because he stopped trying to perform and started being himself. And on some mornings, when the sun slips across the fields, Chris finally feels it again. Not just the warmth of the light, but the peace of a man who stopped chasing approval and started choosing worth. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.